Come one, come all to get extreme heart palpitations with me on our coffee crawl through Hanoi, Vietnam. Vietnam is said to have some of the best, strongest, and most unique coffee add-ins in the world, and today we're going to try all of these crazy coffee variations at the places that do them best. This is not going to be your everyday average cappuccino or latte, no. Vietnam is way too bold for that, so let's try these new flavors out together. Good morning, everyone, and what a beautiful morning it is in Hanoi. I'm feeling rough after that McDonald's showdown, I swear. Oh, I didn't get much sleep. Not feeling the best. Wearing the same thing, because if it don't stink, give it another think, alright? But whatever, if I'm tired, it's not a big deal, because today we are going on a full-blown coffee tour in Vietnam. Okay, we are going to try all the different kinds of coffee here because Vietnam is known for having a wide variety of interesting coffees. And not only that, their coffee is rich and deep, heavily caffeinated. So we're going to learn a lot about that today. And to start off, I decided I'm going to... My morning, I'm just getting a café sua, and I got it hot. Oh, this is what I've learned so far. Iced is da. Nóng is hot, so I got café sua nóng. So this is the traditional Vietnamese coffee. I think they do it through a fin filter, and so it's a slow drip, and it's incredibly concentrated. And then they add a little bit of condensed milk that's sweetened in it, because that kind of like neutralizes the strength of this coffee. And let me tell you, I usually don't like anything sweet in my coffee, but I need it here in Vietnam. I thought we would just start with something to get us going, but we have plenty crazy coffees to try today. I thought, because we're about to go on a coffee tour, I'd also be eating something, so I'm gonna eat some bún chả before all of this because I don't want to have heart palpitations at the end of this. But then again, you know, it's not a coffee tour if I'm not ending up in some sort of horrible paranoia, anxiously crying in the corner, all right? So let's go. Okay, we have fueled ourselves up for a day of caffeine, disorienting all of us, frazzling all of us, but it will be very unique, very different. We're gonna have what I consider to be, oh my gosh, looks like it's about to really storm. We are going to the cafe where egg coffee, Vietnamese egg coffee, started. Very exciting. It's called Café Giang. So let's go. Being tempted by the egg coffee, this Vinh coffee, but that's not where we are supposed to go. We're supposed to go to this one, this Café Giang egg coffee. Egg matcha, egg with Oreo, egg with cinnamon, egg with rum. We're doing the OG though. Today is all about the OG. Okay, so it's in this bowl of hot water. I'm assuming they don't want that egg to get cold, I guess. The same person that opened this coffee shop was the person who created this concept of egg coffee. And it comes from a milk shortage in Vietnam in 1946. After the Indochina War, a person was a bartender and they were like, okay, let me froth up some yolk and sugar and this can be a milk substitute. And that is where the egg coffee came from. And then they opened up this restaurant. So this was the first place to ever have an egg coffee. Let's do it. Oh, wow. That is insane. That is an insane thing to try. Because this top part is thick, like custard, and very sweet and strong. And then the coffee below is extremely strong. I think for something like this, you need to mix it. You need to mix it because it's too intense without. So look how thick this is. That is thick as F. That's better. Very creamy, thick coffee. Sweet. There's a hint of edge. So I'm gonna rate this a 6 out of 10. I'm just not the biggest fan. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's too heavy for me. Maybe that's what it is. All right, it is slamming down. Okay. Okay, we have made it. And look at the cathedral. What a sight to behold. Okay, so we are at a very famous place for another Vietnamese specialty. That is coconut coffee. Now we're speaking my language with this. I'm obsessed with coffee and I'm obsessed with coconut. So what could go wrong here? And we are at Giang Café outside of the cathedral. Giang Café is a chain, but it's meant to have some of the best coconut coffee that you can find. Xin chào. One, yes. Have one. Can I go upstairs? Yeah? Okay, have one. Oh wow, this is cool. They have the bookshelves up there, buzzing. Xin chào. Seems like everyone's wearing some old-time war uniforms. We're getting the coconut coffee. And one other day I want to try this coconut green rice. That sounds amazing. And coconut coffee. So you see the layers of coffee with the coconut milk. I believe there's also condensed milk in here. It's good. It's said that this started around the early 2000s in Haiphong. That's what they think. And so in Haiphong, the coconut coffee is a bit more thick and rich. In Hanoi, it's a bit more frothy, and you can kind of see all the froth. And then it's said that in Saigon, it's a bit more tropical, lighter, where they actually use coconut water as well. Rich. It looks like it's really super healthy. Not. It's good. So there's like little ice crystals when you're drinking it, but it's very, very smooth and creamy. Perfect combination between coconut and coffee. This is really good. This is so far my favorite that we've had. All right, we have made it to it's our fourth place? Yeah. We made it to our fourth place. We are at LoliFa Drinks, and this particular cafe is known for their salted coffee. Downstairs or upstairs?
No, only one.
Only one? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I have a salt coffee?
Salt coffee?
Yes.
Hot or cold?
What's better, hot or cold?
Cold.
Cold. Okay, cold. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I'll go outside. Okay, one level. Cute place. There we have it. So it looks like it's some sort of creamy coffee here and then a thick salt cream on the top. So let's give the cream, let's give it a try. That is good. It tastes like fresh whipped cream. A hint of sweet, mostly salt. It just makes one of. I'm not going to stir it quite yet because you're meant to put the straw in and be able to taste the coffee and then the cream itself and then kind of mix as you go depending on what you like. So that's what I was just told, FYI. But this actually originates from Hue, which is the old imperial capital of Vietnam. It was created, I think, in 2010s because the coffee in Vietnam is so strong and intense. The Robusta is like, ooh. So they wanted something to neutralize it a little bit more. Hue is known for having salty foods as well. It's known for its salt, so they add a little pinch of salt to neutralize the strength of this coffee. So like, I feel like that's a theme that we're seeing throughout this coffee tour is like Vietnamese coffee is so intensely strong. They're finding different ways to neutralize it, whether it be with condensed milk, with egg, because you need something. They didn't even have milk at the time, so they used egg. It shows how strong this coffee is. Coconut, and now we're doing salt. And it is almost like, this cream is like a salted caramel, really. That's good. So this is a lot smoother than the coconut coffee. This is quite strong, but you can tell this coffee is already mixed with milk, and then it has an end flavor of that cream coming. So I'm actually liking that I did not mix this, so that's a little tip. Do not mix. These are all very sweet, very dessert-like coffees. Like, if you're thinking you're coming to Vietnam to have like a cup of black coffee, no, they don't hate themselves that much, all right? They don't want just boring bean water. They're gonna put cream, egg, salt, coconut. They're gonna do the works. The reason why we chose this place in Hanoi is because their recipe is meant to be perfectly balanced. It's crafted by a barista academy. They carefully elevated the recipe just to have fresh ingredients and make the balance of sweet and salty perfect. And this is apparently fresh milk as well, not condensed milk. So I would say this is very good. Can I drink the rest? Probably not. I'm gonna freak out because let me tell you, I was shaking a second ago. I need to go to the bathroom. Let's rejuvenate ourselves after a nice pee, and then let's do our final coffee for today. So we are at the Duy Trí Coffee House, and apparently this is the OG for yogurt coffee. That's what we're having. Okay. Xin chào. Xin chào. Got so many different coffees. And it smells delicious. Xin chào. Yogurt coffee? Come on. This is a cool spot. In fact, the most calm cafe we've been to. Amazing. They had a whole menu of different kinds of yogurt coffee. We're gonna go with the original. All of the coffees that we've had, this is the most, like, I could do this daily. It's not too sweet. You can tell there's not too much sugar in it, and if there is, it's not coming from condensed milk or anything like that. It's coming from the yogurt that they make. And then the coffee is obviously quite strong, so it does balance it out quite nicely, and you can still taste the coffee flavor. I would say it's a little less strong with the yogurt, because the yogurt brings out like kind of that like almost bitterness a little bit. So that's not neutralized like the other like more dessert coffees. It kind of, in a way, this place reminds me of the Greek frappe coffee, but healthier. So the place that we're in right now isn't like the original starting point of yogurt coffee, but this cafe is known for elevating the taste of yogurt coffee, because oftentimes with yogurt coffee, you have your ice, you have your yogurt, and then you have your coffee, which gets it kind of like, so it becomes a bit watery. But here, house fermented and frozen their yogurt. So you don't get that watery texture that you often can get with yogurt coffee. This one might be one of my favorites because it's not too sweet. It doesn't taste like you're just like inhaling a bunch of like sugar and like gonna feel like shit for the rest of the day. So by the way guys, in the details below, I have linked a page that will contain a full Google map of where these locations are. So if you're interested in trying one of them, you can just grab that, it's free. And then I think it'll download onto your Google Maps, so there you go. Thanks for watching the vlog. I would rank the coffees: yogurt number 1, coconut, salt, egg, and then the normal Café Suinong I would just do every day, so I can't even rank it. All right, now I'm gonna go die of my heart palpitations. Bye, see you tomorrow.